You! Shame! Shame!
Okay, 2 points. Number one, let's please remove the voice boxes of white women when something wild happens. Liberal white women, please shut up. And the word shame, I don't know what it is with you liberal white women that y'all believe that because you say shame 50,000 times over and over again to somebody that you disagree with politically, that makes somebody supposed to be mad at that. And that's not gonna make nobody mad. Nobody feel shame. Only thing that yes, you should be ashamed of is likely your body and the blue hair that you have and the fact that you keep mutilating your babies every time you want to open your legs, but you claim that you hate men, but you keep opening your legs for them. So liberal white women, please shut up when things are happening. And actually, I want to make a third point too. This is the shooter of the man who shot that woman.
You!
This hairline is atrocious. I don't know what that is. I've never seen this style before. This is a different type of style. This is one of the worst hairlines I've ever seen in my life. This is like worse than like an Ethiopian, East African, Somali hairline, which we know that those are some of the worst of the worst. This white man's hairline, he can't be an Anglo, and if he is, I really feel bad because this is one of the worst hairstyles I've ever seen in my life.
Shame!
I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is like. I don't know. He has like panties. He got like a panty sculpt. I don't know what that is, but I think this is one of the worst hairlines I've ever seen in my life.
Shame!
It's like it's a mohawk, but it's not a mohawk because if you look, it's like it's angled at a completely different direction. Look at the mohawk. This isn't a mohawk. This is ridiculous. It looked like he took like a pair of panties and put them on his head and then had the barber, take off anything that you don't see the panties attached to. I don't know what that is, but that hairline is ridiculous.
Shame! 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 Shame!
And here we go with the liberal white woman just saying shame over and over and over again.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Oh my goodness. It's like a little kid in the 4th grade. Like they just can't stop saying the same thing.
Dude, what's happening to her? What happened?
Is that blood? Yeah, that's blood. Wow. I think that's blood.
Okay. Dude, you shot her! I'm trying to help! No! No! You fucking shot someone in the fucking face! You shot someone in the fucking face! Do you have a conscience? Do you have a conscience? Don't let the murderer leave! Don't let the murderer leave!
Why don't you not let him leave? You run out there.
You guys are the fucking criminals! You don't get to tell us what to do! Fucking criminals! Don't let him leave! Don't let him leave!
Pussy motherfuckers, man!
And then you got here this big Gilly the Kid looking nigga walking in.
No! Get the fuck out of our neighborhood!
Man, I don't know how anybody could live here, man. I don't know how anybody could live in Minneapolis. This is ridiculous. Like, this is just, this whole entire, everything that's been going on for the last 6 months in this city that you just been seeing in the media over and over again. I mean, this city is literally like a Grand Theft Auto server. It's like, but it's like, it's not even, it's political based. It's the stupidest city in America right now. By far. Like, I just, man.
Yeah, it's a fucking crime! We fucking know it! We're here!
Norder, thank you for the $2. The woman was clearly not trying to hit that dude. I don't know what you mean. And then you out here dude in the back talking about murderer. Like, for some reason with liberal white people, they feel like repeating the same thing over and over again. Like they're now a martyr. Like somehow that's finna like be the thing that people are gonna put up in the words, and their name is gonna be like put up there in lights and quotation with the same thing they kept repeating 50,000 times. Shut up. Don't nobody care. This is America. Don't nobody care about none of that. People walking around with their Chick-fil-A lemonade, slurping their lemonade, looking at you looking stupid. This is America. Did you think you in a movie? Like, what you think this is? Shut up. It sounded like Kevin Hart when he was in Soul Plane and he was sitting on the toilet and they killed his dog. The dog went through the airplane motor. He was on the remember he was on the Soul Plane when he was on the bed and he was on the hospital bed and they was rolling him into the little ambulance. He was like, murderer. This sound like Kevin Hart. Like, that's how goofy you sound right now. If you black, you know what I'm talking about. For the white people that's go watch this video, you might not know what I'm talking about right now. But if you black and you seen Soul Plane when he lost his dog and he had the ice on his butt, that's exactly what he's like, murderer. Go watch Soul Plane. If you don't know, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's at the start of the movie.
Yeah, like what the absolute fuck, man? What the absolute fuck? Do you have a conscience? Do you have a conscience? Do you have a conscience? This is the time, man. This is the time to have a conscience. This is not okay. This is not okay. Get a fucking conscience.
Can you look at me and tell me you're doing the right thing? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You didn't fire any weapons. Fucking your people did, man.
In the head. In the head.
I didn't do anything.
And she drove into the floor.
Murderer. You. Look at me. Look at me. You can't even.
Watch out, man. Watch out.
Why don't you look at me? I thought you could do it. You owe your soul.
You okay, mommy?
Let's watch this one more time. Not the whole video, just this part. So at this point, the cop is telling you what to do. By the way, this is a white woman that they shot, by the way. They shot a white woman. This is a cop, an ICE agent, telling you to get out the car multiple times and you're not complying, right? So at this point, since you don't want to just comply with the police, right? Right? Since you don't want to just comply to the police, like, you know, you could just listen to the cops and nothing to happen to you, right? Just listen and comply with the cops. Remember that? You could just comply with the cops. And I'm not even being sarcastic. You're not complying with the police. They're telling you to get out of the car. Pulled on the door. Now you're evading the police. So you're committing multiple crimes. You're already committing a crime by clearly being on the incorrect side of the road. I mean, your car is sideways, right?
No! No! Shit!
And then you have a cop on this other side, and we're going to watch the other angle. Don't worry. And you're using your car as a weapon, right? So you're committing about 4 or 5 crimes at this point.
Shame!
And you got what you asked for.
Oh
Sorry.
my fucking God! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do?
You got what you asked for. Now, this is the aftermath of this shooting.
Get back! Right in the face! Get back! All that video! Kill someone else! Kill someone else!
Go another way!
Move!
Go another way!
Move!
Go another way!
Behind us! Move!
Hey, I ain't never felt no pepper spray, but I promise you I don't want to feel it.
Get out of the way! Get out! Chris, get out the way! Get out the way of the truck! Move! 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 Fuck you, Pluto! Fuck you! Nazis! 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 Hold on, wait. Brings back memories.
It was a couple, but I doubt that they was Black American. It was a couple though.
¿Por qué andan haciendo esto, primo? Look what are you doing? You're breaking families, bitch! You're breaking families, motherfucker! Get out of their way! Get out of their... Hey, let the vehicle leave. You guys are breaking families, man! You can't be doing that shit! Fuck off! Get back!
Hey, no, Trenton, for real. Ain't no way I'm taking pepper spray for some illegal immigrants, man. I wish I would, boy. I'm with you. I care less about any of these people.
That was the scene where confrontation was building for John, as we can now see on video, was building for a matter of minutes. Not exactly sure how long that went on, but clearly we saw tear gas and pepper spray deployed as those ICE agents who were driving in trucks were starting to be blocked by what appeared to be a quickly growing crowd of protesters who were clearly stepping in front of the vehicles, trying to stop the vehicles from being able to move. And that obviously escalated to what we now know is an ICE-involved shooting, which involved a woman ramming her car to the point where the ICE agents said that they had to protect themselves and others around them, fired off a shot. That woman is now deceased, as Christy Nome just confirmed.
This is what the woman looked like. This is her. Woman shot dead by ICE. Agent in Minneapolis identified as Renee Good, 37 years old. According to her mom, Renee had 3 children and was not a part of any ICE protest group. Well, that's because the hoe was outside. She was, what do you mean she wasn't a part of it? She was outside, not listening to the police. let's get into more of the stuff because more information is coming out that this woman was actively trying to stop ICE agents.
The officers are.
Hold on real quick. Yeah, here we go. This is an eyewitness report, by the way. This is eyewitness report.
I woke up to some commotion. I heard some whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed. And there was a car, the Honda Pilot that's crashed over there now. There's a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic. And the ICE agents got out and they were saying, "Get out of here, get out of here." And she was what looked like trying to turn around. And the ICE agent was in front of her car and he pulled out a gun and put it right in like.
Okay, well, that's not what happened. So we just know this hoe just lied because he didn't say get out of here, get out of here. He said get out the car. That's what he said. He said get out of the car. Let's go back and let's see who was being honest and who wasn't. So she just lied because that's not what happened at all. She said she was trying to flee the scene and get away. No, she wasn't, because at this point she could have drove away right now. There's nobody in front of her car. I mean, we all looking at the same video. There's nobody in front of her car right now. If she really wanted to get away, she could have just drove off right then and there. Literally, she has ample opportunity and time to drive off. A car went by, boom. She could have completely just went on ahead and followed. She was trying to impede the ICE trucks. So they didn't say get out of here. They got out of the car as they're doing right now. And they said multiple times, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. And then he tried to pull on her handle. And then the other ICE agent came on the other side, in which she basically hit him. And he shot her. Get out of the effing car.
No!
Pulled the handle. Then she backed up because she knew they wasn't playing. She thought it was a joke.
No! No! Shame! Shame!
And she got shot. So that lady just lied through her teeth. She just lied.
Whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed. And there was a car, the Honda Pilot that's crashed over there now. There's a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic. And the ICE agents got out and they were saying, "Get out of here, get out of here." And she was what looked like trying to turn around. And the ICE agent was in front of her car and he pulled out a gun and put it right in, like his midriff was on her bumper, and he reached across the hood of the car and shot her in the face. It's like 3-4 times. And then she must have just stepped on the gas. She stepped on the gas immediately, maybe got like 100 feet or so, and ran into the telephone pole and some cars, and then was slumped over in her car. And you could see she was probably gone. And there was a medic, there was a neighbor who's a physician who was yelling, "Can I please check the pulse?" There was no first responders. There were 0 first responders. They left her in her car slumped over for about 10-15 minutes, blocking us all. And eventually EMS got here and they wouldn't let the bus in, so it was just the EMS workers, and they checked her out for a second, maybe five minutes or so, and then carried her out, no stretcher or anything, carried her out like a sack of fucking potatoes.
Can you describe a little bit about?
She just lied though. She just sat here and just lied.
What this woman looked like? Was there anyone else in the car with her? Did you know if she was the target?
I don't know if she was a target. They clearly wanted her out of there because she was the main car leading the protest. Is my
okay? There you go, being honest, because you just lied. Because we clearly got video or evidence of it. But now she said she was the main car leading the protest. And it's funny because this, you know, how they tried to make her seem right here. It says, according to her mom, she had 3 children and was not a part of any ICE protest groups. But clearly she was, because that's how she died.
understanding. I talked to another guy who was driving behind her. But she was very...
She was telling half truth. Yes, it's typical of white women.
She was very successful in blocking traffic. She was doing what she was set out to do, and so they wanted to get her the hell out of there.
And again, that's not true. They wasn't trying to get her up out of there. They was trying to get her up out of that car, not get her to drive off. They was telling her to get out of the car and she wouldn't comply.
Yeah.
So it looked like she was impeding ICE vehicles.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
That was her goal.
Do you have a read on her demographic?
I think she was a white woman. Looked like, I didn't see her when she was alive, just slumped over in the car. It looked like she had dyed short curly hair. I have a video of her in the car. But yeah, no other description.
Okay. This is another Skyview angle of their reaction. The people of the city's reaction of shooting that woman.
Okay, it looks like they are throwing snowballs as the officers are leaving. So again, I believe it was a state patrol, and we did see some MPD officers who were leaving that scene. Hennepin County telling us that their sheriff's deputies have not been on that scene, but it looks like as officers are leaving the scene, just having.
Man, this is a joke. I don't know what's a bigger joke. A bunch of grown adults like throwing snowballs at ICE agents. I don't know if that's the bigger joke or the fact that this happened in Minneapolis. I don't know. Like, I like, you can't make this up, bro. This is like a Grand Theft Auto Surfer. This is like a TV show. This is really like a TV show, man.
Some protesters or bystanders, agitators, throwing some snowballs at them as they leave. We saw this earlier.
We did.
Well.
Yep, we saw this exact thing earlier, and this was targeted toward ICE agents at that particular time. But now, as you mentioned, this is MPD, BCA was on scene, the sheriff's department as well. And as this street is opening up here, you can see a lot of these protesters, these people in the community responding to this. And now we're having an aerial view here of what we have been seeing, what we did see earlier, and now it's once again you can see them throwing some of those snowballs at those vehicles, some of which we can see have just drove off as well. Yeah.
Man,
I woke up to some.
Lost their mind, man.
Now,
this is what they doing. This is what they doing now.
Bob, I want to jump in here. I want to ask you where you're at right now. And we're seeing the images on the screen. There's that flag you were talking about being burned here. What kind of things are they shouting? The crowd that's out there. I know they're obviously not happy ICE is there. They've been talking about that. What are they saying? You know, what's the energy like where you are right now?
So that's one reason why I'm not getting too close, so I can hear all of you, because it is loud out here. It's profanities, a lot of profanities against ICE.
Bob, I want to jump in here. I want to ask you where you're at right now.
They burning the flag. And this is from Trump. So this is Trump's take on the video that we all just saw. I have just viewed the clip of the event, which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive. It was a she, but is not recovering in the hospital. Oh, he's talking about the ICE agent. All right, Trump low-key reaching with that, because that man wasn't ran over. He was, I mean, if he would have never moved, he probably would have been ran over, but he wasn't ran over. And now he talking about it's hard to believe he is alive, but it's not recovering in the hospital. So, come on now, Trump. I don't expect much from Trump anyway, though. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate. President Donald J. Trump. So that's from the president. Let's look at some more of this stuff.
I'm not interested in the moment that everybody is focusing on. I think that is the mistake that we always make, is that we come upon something and we focus on the moment. But we don't.
Oh, gee, I appreciate you with the $10 donut. Alonzo says, just support. Keep it up, young brother. Glad you're here. I got you, LG. Much love and respect to you. Appreciate you. Shout out to OG Alonzo with the $10 donut.
Ask, how did we come upon something and we focus on the moment? But we don't ask, how did we get George Floyd? How did we get Butler, Pennsylvania? How did we get Charlie Kirk? There's a whole series of events that get you here. The deliberate mistake the media makes is they ignore what leads to the moment so they can seize the moment to create a narrative. You have a city on edge because that is the desired effect. The key word here, and it always is chaos, because chaos is what is desired. Okay, you want to see how we got here? Most of us know how we got here. There was a migrant crisis that was deliberately encouraged by our politicians for reasons that were financial and political. Went crazy. Trump wins. We bring in ICE agents to fix this problem. They are villainized because they are fixing the problem. We have politicians and activists demonizing people trying to do their jobs with protesters and rioters around to sow chaos. And they are organized and they are sponsored and paid for. The desired effect is this. They want this. This is a success. Do not be fooled by their emotion. This is how they do it. What do you expect? You amplify a directive that is designed to do one thing, which then becomes the rallying cry for more chaos. You get the new Michael Brown, the new George Floyd, the new Kent State. And this will be felt in cities wherever there is a progressive mayor. Getting Mamdani in, or whatever progressive mayor you got, it's not about the policies that I'm worried about. It's about the side they take when the rubber hits the road. What side do they take when people start looting? We knew what happened in New York with, what's his face? I can't even remember his name. Frankenstein. Yeah. So the downside of progressive mayors, besides their complete ineptitude, is that they will always fan the flames of chaos because that's the side that they choose. But on the good side is, I think we're a different country than we were in 2020. We know how narratives work and why. We aren't going to let it happen again. Before, you had a silent majority sitting by while cities burned in the name of oppression because identity politics paralyzed us. Ain't happening anymore. Thanks to Elon Musk and X, we're now seeing things as they happen. We know how the chaos unfolds. We know who's behind it. This is different. And before Twitter, before Musk bought Twitter, this would be a different story. It would be another incendiary event, and it might still be in some cities, but I don't think it's going to be the case here. So if you want to debate whether the shooting was justified or not, you can do that. But I don't think that's the story here, because that's for the courts to decide. That's for the departments to decide, and whether the police officer made the right decision. I'm just a talking head, but I can tell you about the context. I can tell you that we warned you about this.
And
Okay, so trying to, bring other situations into this, I think is unnecessary, because although this is not an isolated incident, things like this happen, and has happened over time. I think when you try to, the George Floyd and Charlie Kirk, and I kind of understand his point that he was trying to reel in, of just, when you have certain people in power, or certain people that kind of normalize just erratic behavior. I get his examples, but I don't think that was, I don't think it was necessary to bring that up, because those are all different incidents from completely different circumstances. And regardless of who you have in office, or who you have in power, or who you have in any type of political position, whether that be nationally or locally, at the end of the day, things like this are going to happen. But I do agree with him as far as, having certain people in power who will not be on the right side of justice. I will say that. So, Mamdani, like, I do think to an extent he's correct as far as people like Mamdani, people like, Jacob Frey is a I think he's a clown too. But like, if Omar Fateh would have won instead of Jacob Frey when they had, when they were battling to see who was going to become the governor, I even saw, what's the damn dumb lady in LA? What's her name? I always forget her stupid name. I did a video on her a while ago. What's this dumb mayor in LA? What is her name? Can somebody help me with her name? I can't remember her name. I forgot her stupid name. And somebody in the chat can help me remember her name. Karen Bass. Karen Bass talking about it. She's so focused on freaking like Mexicans coming over here. That's her whole thing. She want to get every Mexican in America and every single Mexican, she wanted to feel safe. Like that's her whole thing. And then Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, like there is a thing when you have people that care more about their feelings rather than what's right and what's wrong. So things like this are, although they are inevitable, things like this are going to be not handled correctly by the people in power. We'll say that, but I think these are completely different incidents. And yeah, she's a Cuban immigrant. So I don't. Yeah, exactly. So she's an outsider. Aunt Q, turn the volume up some. The volume is up to the max. I can't change the volume. There's no volume that I can change. The volume is, I don't know what you mean by change the volume. I can't change your volume. My mic volume is at the highest it can go. So I'm not really sure what exactly you asking, but I can come closer to my mic. Like I can do this, but I can't change the volume. The volume is to the max. I can hear you perfectly. Volume is fine. Okay. I don't know why so many people be in my live talking about, hey, turn up the volume, turn the volume. I can't change the volume. There's nothing to change on my end. I can't do anything. The volume is maxed up on my side. There's nothing I can do. And the volume is in quiet storm mode today. The volume is fine. That guy is trolling. Well, I don't know, because I do get that like from multiple people usually every single stream, but I don't know why y'all be asking me that because you could turn up your own volume. I can't change nothing. I'm talking how I always talk. The mic is always where it's at. I'm talking at the same level that I talk in every single day. But yeah, I just think that the tying it in all of the other stuff, I don't know if that's it's different situations, different things happen. Now I do want to let me refresh this. Hold up. Okay, so I guess Twitter just not gonna update my stuff that I just updated because I just updated my bookmarks and I just guess they not gonna. Okay, here's something else.
Black vehicle vans moving their way.
Okay, no, this is actually a different angle. And they throwing snowballs. Like, what do y'all think is gonna happen if? Look, I'm not trying to give nobody any ideas, but when it comes to a revolution that y'all want to act in, snowballs is not gonna do it. I promise you, the snowballs ain't gonna do it. This is like, I don't know.
Look at this live shot that we're seeing right now. We just saw some black vehicle vans moving their way through, and now you see snowballs flying in this group of individuals that are moving. You've got law enforcement in the front of this group that look like they're walking backwards, so they're being pushed, is the way it looks, backwards by protesters who are throwing snowballs at them right now. Let's bring in Victor Avila. Let's stay on this live shot as we bring in Victor, retired ICE special agent, now assistant director for the Office of National Drug Control Policy in the administration. Look at this live shot.
Okay, leftist organizers in Minneapolis have thousands of protesters chanting "Rise up" at the site of the ICE-involved shooting. Total incitement. They know exactly what they're doing. They should be in handcuffs. At this point, look, I'm not telling people to be a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I damn sure would never tell anybody to be a Democrat. But I will say this. At this point, if you are on the liberal side of things, if you are on the Democratic side of things, there is a high chance that you also are a communist. At the end of the day, there is a high chance that you also are a communist. And it's so funny because you wouldn't want to be in any other country but America, but you hate America so much. You hate everything this country stands for. And most of these people who also are on this liberal democratic side also hate black Americans, right? They care about immigrants more than they care about black Americans. But at this point, you a communist and you against anything that got to do with America. So if you against America, that's telling me that you against black America, because black America is America. It's the foundation of it. So I don't have nothing for you. I don't have nothing of support to you at all. I care less what you do. And I think you should go. I think we should, you know, we should implement something where people should have the access to go to a country and have a one-way flight there. You want to leave so bad, get out. Somebody said, I did not know Minneapolis was this liberal. Absolutely, 100%. Minneapolis has been like that for a while, especially with all them East Africans over there, 100%.
Rise up, take a stand! Rise up, take a stand! Rise up, take a stand! Stolen land! Stolen land!
Stolen land? Y'all stole the land. What are you talking about, stolen land? This is a group of white people talking about stolen land. Y'all stole the land. I don't what?
Stolen land! Don't be illegal, stolen land! Be accountable. Pay attention to who uses their voice. This isn't the time to be silent.
Oh my goodness, here we go. Some big black woman sitting up there talking. And I want y'all to be weary of these black women that like to get up on these platforms and talk around a whole bunch of white people, because they love to talk about white supremacy and oppression and racism. The whole time they lay it up with a white man. Is Kamala Harris not somebody? They love to talk about oppression, and I want y'all to look at the behaviors and look at how these so-called because it's not pro-black at all, but these so-called pro-black women. Thank you, Bryce. It's another one. They're either homosexuals because they want to bump coochies with other women, which is disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting things that you can do is be a homosexual. But not only that, they love white supremacy. They hate white supremacy so much. I'm sorry. They hate white people and white supremacy so much that they lay up with a white man at the end of the day. Now, me personally, I don't care, right? Because usually those women are very unattractive and overweight, and they're very masculine and very dominant, and they act like dudes. So it's not a woman that I would ever want to be with, right? Because I don't deal with masculine women. But it's just very funny because they always end up laid up with a white man somewhere.
It's time to rise up and continue to fight for the people. Rest in peace, America.
A black woman in a crowd full of white people talking about it's time to rise up and fight against the people is the most insane thing in the world to me. Man. Boy, oh boy.
Concerned that I have been told that a woman who was sitting in her car blocking the street.
Yeah, she's probably an immigrant. She probably is an immigrant, but even if she not, if she is a black American woman, I will say it ain't the majority of our black American women. And I saw a couple black men out there too, but they're probably immigrants too. But even if not, that ain't the majority of our black American men. Most of us ain't getting a part of none of this BS these people got going on. This is the chief of police in Minneapolis.
I am obviously very concerned that I have been told that a woman who was sitting in her car blocking the street and not the target of any enforcement activity is now deceased. I am obviously very concerned.
Okay, so this it's funny. This video is cut, right? It's only 15 seconds in this. They cut it as soon as he was finished saying. He didn't say anything about who's a victim, who's right or who's wrong. He just said he was concerned. And they're trying to make it seem like it's more than what it is. The 6-year-old son of the woman who was shot and killed in Minneapolis sadly lost his father in 2023. Oh, that's messed up. The victim, Renee Nicole Good, 37, was previously married to Timmy Ray Macklin Jr., who passed away in 2023 at the age of 36. Shout out to Notre Dame with the $5 donation. Root Work Law Soap Make-A-Wish. I don't know what you mean by that, but I appreciate the $5 donation. Hey, yeah, shout out to the mods with the trolls. You know, y'all, it's come with the territory, y'all. We're gonna get a lot of trolls. But I will say, y'all gotta stop taking trolls seriously, y'all. The whole point of a troll is for you to get out of your emotions. So when y'all be responding back to trolls and like getting mad and upset and arguing back and forth and all that, like y'all ain't doing nothing but just giving them more attention. Like y'all gotta stop responding. They want you to respond. That's the whole reason why they do what they do, because y'all keep responding. Notice I don't pay their ass no attention. I don't even care that they there. But y'all gotta start learning how to, like, you know, ignore people, because I promise you, they can only talk to themselves. And then eventually they get bored. But y'all be like egging them on, because y'all be like, hey, that's not true. And y'all be arguing back and forth. Like, don't be doing that, man. Let them people do what they do. Shout out to my admins, though. Love y'all.
Who was doing what was
And a lot of times, yeah, it don't even be, these is bots, y'all. These ain't even real people. If you actually peep, like, the accounts, those are bots. They're not even real people. Those are all bots saying the same thing. This is bots. This is how YouTube do things. These are bots, bro. These are not even real people that y'all going back and forth with. They just bots. Don't even pay them attention. But troll or build admins, though, I definitely need y'all to, you know, block these bots. But they're not even real people, y'all. Don't need to take them seriously.
We're here today because we lost a community member who was doing what was right. She was fighting for her immigrant neighbors, just as so many of us have been. And now she's gone! We cannot let this scare us into stopping our own operations of doing patrols, of helping out our community.
The fact that you got all of these people standing around and you don't see not one American flag. Well, no, I guess you do see an American flag, but it looked like it say something under it. So I'm assuming it's probably some anti-American, something with it that's anti-American, because I don't know what that says under that, where that sign is. I don't know what that says, but I'm almost certain that it says something that's anti-American under it. But you see a Somali dude right here, by the way. He hiding that hairline. You can tell he's Somali by his phenotype and the way his beard shape looks, and that hat is fully covering his head. He got the hat on like Jay-Z used to wear it back in the early 2000s. And
now she's gone!
This is a terrible radical speech, by the way. This is terrible. You got the people that look like art teachers. These are the scariest white women I've ever, like, I don't know if y'all seen these type of white women, but these are some of the scariest white women ever. Look at this. Look at the eyes of this woman. This woman has not had any dick since the 90s. So this woman is completely lost, right? Because she hasn't had any penis. And she's upset because she can't get any. Look at her face. She looks like an art teacher. She looks like one of these women at these vegan shops with her little dog, and you know, she always got a damn attitude, right? You ever seen these white people out in public? When I used to live in Chicago, I would see them a lot. These white women look insane. So she's upset over that, right? And then you got these type of white guys. They're like homosexuals, but they hiding it, right? You got DL white men. They all look the same. Most of these women are usually unattractive and they're homosexuals. And that's really why they're upset. Same thing with the men.
Cannot let this scare us into stopping our own operations of doing.
But yeah, to my point though, you see you don't see anything. I saw that one American flag, but it was something under it. So I'm sure if it was some anti-American talking point. But then you see a Mexican flag. Why is there a Mexican flag all the way in Minneapolis? For what reason? Man, if I was a dictator, dude, I promise you, like if I was, I'd be worse than Trump. I would be so much worse than Trump as far as what people like think is mean. Oh man, I would have so many people just in jail. I would make so many things illegal. You're not allowed to have another flag in America. I don't care what it is. If it's an Israel flag, if it's any Latin country flag, I don't care what it is. If you fly another flag in America, you are getting arrested and you're going to be tried as a communist. That would be one of the first few things I implement after I do no abortions, after I do after I change the laws of forced DNA tests at birth, right? After I make incentives for people to get married, after I completely block immigration, there would be so many things that I would change. People would not like me at all, but this will be one of the things I would change. Flying another country's flag. How are you flying another country's flag of a country that you don't want to be at? That's probably your homeland. Or you're flying another country's flag, the country that you've never been, that if you were there flying an American flag, you would be in jail or beheaded. Why don't you go to Mexico and talk about America and wave the American flag and see what happened to you? Just go ahead and try it and just see what happened to you. Talk against Mexico in Mexico. Go to Mexico right now. Go to Mexico City. Take your American flag, wave it around, and talk about how great America is and how bad Mexico is. And let's see if you don't have your eyes in a bowl and they're going to make you eat it with some cereal and the milk is going to be your blood. Why don't you do that and see what happened to you? In 15 minutes, your arms are going to be your hands are going to be your feet. You think I'm being funny? No. You do that in Mexico, your hands are going to be on your feet and your feet are going to be on your hands. Literally. You think I'm joking? Shout out to Project Leeward with the $5 donation. See these so-called patriots burning the flag be the same ones with all the benefits while scamming from the state and federal governments. Facts, Project Leroy. I don't know what HYOM mean. But facts.
Patrols, of helping our community, of doing everything in our power to support the immigrants in our community who are under such.
Somebody said people think Mexico is sweet until you go on the wrong place on the internet and see what's really going on. Those people are degenerate. I would never go to Mexico. I have no desire to go to Mexico. Those people are degenerate. Those people are the worst of the worst. A lot of these Latin American countries are some of the worst places that you can go to. They're the most degenerate people on earth. But, you know, let the U.S. media tell that Black Americans are the worst people in the world. And, you know, going to Detroit. Oh, hold your own? Okay. Going to Detroit is the worst place you can be in the entire world. Going to Chicago is the worst place you can be in the entire world. Going to Memphis, going to DC. Those are the worst places to be in the entire world. But they never speak about Colombia. They never speak about Venezuela until now. They never speak about any of these Latin American countries. Before the president of El Salvador became the president of El Salvador, El Salvador was one of the worst countries in the world. But let the U.S. media tell it. Black America are the most degenerate, most crime-riddled people on earth. We don't behead people. Where's all of the information about Black Americans beheading each other, beheading people? We don't do that. When do we go up to world leaders and just shoot them in the head like they do in these other countries? When do we do stuff like that? We don't do that. We've never done stuff like that. Most of the crime in the Black community is from gang violence, street stuff. Very rarely do you walk around any Black community and you just happen to just get involved into something that you didn't have no part of. Very rarely. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. Can things happen and you could just be randomly in a situation? Of course it can. But is it very rare? Yes, it is rare. We don't do that. We've never had that a part of our stuff. And we don't take into account all of these other immigrants that come into our communities and commit crimes because they just throw it under Black crime. Black, 63 years from Detroit East Side of Phoenix, Arizona. Forevermore love Detroit. Shout out to you, Cornelius. Shout out to you, OG. And shout out to Detroit, 313. You know that. What up, though? Somebody said an anti-musty law. Yeah, they need to implement an anti-musty law. If you musty out in public, somebody should be able to call the police on you, and they should have a musty tracker, a musty radar, like how they got like you take a test about what is it called, the breathalyzer. They should have a mustylizer or a mustydar, and they should just put it and just wave it by your armpits, the same way they wave anything else on you and see if you got a gun on you, they're able to wand you. They should be able to wand you, and the level of must that you have attached to your body is how long you finna be in jail. So the scale is from 0 to 10. So if you at 7 years, you got 7 years because you want to be musty. That's what we should do in America, because I promise you, all these immigrants they wouldn't want to come to America no more because I cannot be musty. I don't know. I cannot be musty. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know. Like, that should be a thing.
A brutal siege in the United States currently. We're here today.
The original January 6th and this one?
Yeah.
It's so long? Yes.
Hold on. Secret Service detained counter-protester Patricia Eugenio in D.C. What is this?
Old lady, we got it all on camera with her bullhorn. You're under arrest, girl.
Okay, I don't know if this got anything to do with ICE. Does this got something to do with ICE? Or this situation? I don't, yeah. No, okay. No. This is in D.C. This is in D.C. No, yeah. I'm tripping. Okay. They already making jokes about, oh, girl, too. Congratulations to Renee Nicole Good on 4 hours of sobriety. They cut, man. They already doing the jokes. They did George Floyd with all the jokes. And they did Charlie Kirk with all the jokes. So now they doing her. Hey, they low-key cut, man. I ain't gonna lie. They cut, man. What is this? This in Minneapolis too? The George Floyd Plaza. They trying to take attention away from that white woman. They not updating my bookmarks, man. I hate when Twitter do that, man. Let me go back, because they're not updating my bookmarks, and I added more stuff to my bookmarks, and they're not updating.
So the president said, this is being studied, but it's very clear from his post that they believe it was self-defense, and the feds have all but said whether the FBI is looking into it, but it appears that they obviously will not be moving forward with charges. That seems pretty clear.
Oh, okay, so they won't move forward with charges on the dude who shot her.
Will Minnesota then try to leapfrog that and push with state charges of this ICE officer?
I think that, that's certainly something that, will need to be taken very seriously. I think the people of Minnesota, the folks in Minneapolis, the loved ones of, Renee Nicole Good deserve justice. They deserve transparency.
All the black people that have been done unlawfully by the police. This question ain't never had. Even by these Democrats, y'all don't give a damn. So I don't care nothing about the lady.
And I know that that's something that, I will be calling for justice and transparency. And so that, as they're talking about, domestic terrorism or somehow, trying to disrespect and insult the memory of Renee Nicole Good, we need to do everything we can to make sure that the truth is getting out there and that, what people have seen with their own eyes, both in eyewitness accounts, but also on, the video footage that's been taken tells a very, very different story than, frankly, I think the lies that are coming out of Donald Trump and Kristi Noem.
Lieutenant Governor, thank you very much. We appreciate.
Oh, yeah, I think I can do that. Is there a way I can do that? I'm not sure. Because that way we could stop a lot of those trolls easily. Let me see. How do I do that? How do I make my live how do I make my chat subscribers only? Isn't there a way that I can do that, y'all? Because I know y'all, my moderators is struggling right now because it's it's a way that I can do it though. I don't know how to do it. Click the wheel button next to the 300 XP. Click the wheel button next to the 300 XP button. I don't have that on my end. The wheel button. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see no wheel button. Settings, visibility. I don't see settings or visibility on my end. It's no reason why it's this hard to change your stuff to subscribers only. Hold on, because I want to do this just so y'all ain't got to keep having to just. Oh, okay. I got to go to YouTube Studio. I got it, sir. I think I figured out how to do it. I just asked ChatGPT. They saying I got to go to YouTube Studio to do it. Because I don't want to have y'all just doing this the entire time. Because eventually, I mean, that's what y'all been doing. I should have been did that. That would have stopped so much BS in my chat. Okay. Hold on. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. Open live chat. Okay, I'm at live chat. What is you talking about? Oh, okay. I got it. I figured it out. Boom. Subscribers only. And you got to be subscribed for 20 minutes. There we go. Boom. Saved. Now we good. Okay, so the chat is on subscribers only mode now. So all of these trolls, they can't come and troll no more. You gotta subscribe to me, troll. Ha ha. You can't troll no more. You gotta subscribe, nigga. And you gotta subscribe for 20 minutes. Ha ha. So you gotta support me regardless. Ah, you mad? Ah, you mad? You gotta support me. Ah. Shout out to my subscribers. Y'all some real ones. Did the white woman that got shot have a criminal record? I don't know. Yeah, they can watch me. That's cool. They should be able to watch. Let them watch. I don't care if they watch me. They mad. Ah, y'all mad. Y'all gotta subscribe. Ah, you can't troll no more, nigga. Now you have no choice but to subscribe to me. So every single fake account you go make, your trolls, you gotta subscribe to me regardless. You gotta support my channel no matter what. You a fan. You a fan. You a fan. You a fan. Appreciate the support, trolls. You have no choice. Goofy. Oh, they going crazy. Hold on. Watch as aerial view shows thousands of protesters and community members with candles gathered in Minneapolis at the site where 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good was killed in an ICE-involved shooting. Thousands were chanting F ICE, calling for justice and accountability as protesters continue to grow. You know what's crazy? I feel like if people actually understood how much damage that like immigrants do when they come over here to this country, a lot of people who are like against or who are for immigration would completely be against it, but a lot of them just genuinely just don't know. They don't even understand that like their whole entire everything that they do, tax dollars, all of that, it gets completely messed up with these people being over here. That's a lot of people though, I will say that. That's what we just broke down, Rochelle. We just reacted to all of that. Yeah, that's a lot of people. What I will say though, is this actually might end up radicalizing some people. Some of these liberals, and you know the liberals are the crazy ones. They'll go ahead and that look good. They'll go ahead and shoot some stuff up, no questions asked. So, you know, this actually might radicalize some folks.
Point. That's the largest crowd that we have seen since.
Front now, who you heard there and filmed that in that.
Shout out to my dog Daniel, man. Shout out to my guy. Trump should pardon Derek Chauvin tonight and let Minneapolis burn. Wouldn't that be crazy? Hold on, let me see if they added my stuff. Okay, they added it now.
Hey, back up into the sidewalk, please. Thank you so much. Yep, I know. And we're having a very nice conversation with you, but I don't want you to fall in the street.
No, you're not. I asked you a simple question. I asked you why we're presenting. And this is so we can get the investigation started and get more updates. I'm just letting you know, most importantly, we want ICE to be gone from here.
Okay, so she definitely looks like a Caribbean woman for sure. She definitely looks Caribbean. He's clearly not Black American. She's not Black American. He don't look Black American either.
And that is what we're trying to figure out from there. We are trying to figure out from there, but we cannot do that with ICE over here further escalating.
Yeah, she's East African, clearly. I don't know what he is.
And being problematic after already shooting a civilian. So
these not black people. These are not black people. I said, why are black people there? These ain't black people.
that is our most important piece. So you will.
These some wannabes. These people that want to be black when they're in America. They ain't black in their countries.
You're right. We're getting updates, and we're trying to get MPD to get them up out of here. That's the best way they can be helpful right now. So I just want to relay that update. Yes.
Is the L-Rod gonna leave?
What?
Why is the L-Rod here now?
All right. Okay.
We're leaving?
This is leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, we are trying to get those folks leaving.
Okay,
so I just want to let you all know that, so you all aren't in the dark about what's happening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for keeping us up.
Okay, let's go.
No eyes.
Nigga, they got a band? And these niggas got a band? Hey, they got a band out there? What the hell? They ain't never got a band. They out there. Oh, man. These niggas got a band? Y'all hear the band, don't y'all? Literally though. Man, they got a band out there, man.
I know, man. I get why you guys are mad. We'll do something why you guys are mad. We're out here doing something. Don't talk.
Norder, thank you for the $2 donation.
Officer fucking reasonable. Officer reasonable. If you guys want to just get back to 33rd.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of blood, man.
Stay back behind the line.
Flying by me, so I'm like, something's happening over here, so.
Yeah. And what did you see exactly yourself?
I didn't witness, but I talked to several people that witnessed it, and they heard the gunshot. And the one guy said that they reached for her door handle, and then she took off, and then he shot her through the windshield and shot her in the face. So they're taking her on the corner there by ambulance right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for being here with me.
I am increasingly concerned because of the chaos that is being caused by these ICE agents, that somebody is gonna get seriously injured or killed. Somebody is gonna get seriously injured or killed. And whether that is an ICE agent or a community member, we all know the tinderbox that could explode because of it.
Okay, but that's inevitable though. That's with anything. So you're saying ICE should leave because somebody can get injured or killed. Well, by that logic, because somebody can get injured or killed, then police officers should leave, firefighters should leave, anybody that has that takes up any type of arms or that uses any type of force They should all leave too. Matter of fact, how about humans? We should just all leave because people kill each other every single day. So that's a delusional argument to make. At the end of the day, whether they cops, whether they ICE agents, whatever it may be, there is, and I'm not saying that it's not corrupt. I'm not saying that there aren't that the police force is definitely corrupt, especially all over this country. But by your logic, it would have to apply across the board with everything, and that doesn't make any sense. You need some type of force when it comes to protecting the communities, and I'm fully supportive of ICE. I mean, all there's some videos I've seen, I'm like, dang, that was kind of messed up. But at the end of the day, that's a part of it. It is what it is. You came over here to this country. You're not about to get no rights like everybody else. You shouldn't have been over here. And if we actually want to talk about it, if we want to speak about ICE, let's just talk about ICE. Let's talk about how humane it is when it comes to ICE in America compared to all of these other countries. You can't go to any of these countries and get treated the way that ICE will treat you in America. Like, you go to any of these countries, go there illegally, see what's going to happen to you. Go to Venezuela illegally and see what they do to you. Go to any of these countries illegally and see what happens to you. Go to Mexico illegally and see what they do to you. Like, it's so crazy how people that are a lot of like liberals, they're so mentally messed up that they genuinely believe that these other countries are just so much better. But they it's like they know it, but they don't want to admit it. You can't go to none of these other countries and get treated with any type of respect, any type of class, any type of human decency. If anything, we do it justifiably. You shouldn't be over here. You got to go. You're going to go by force because clearly the right way is not enough for you. So we have to take you up out of here because you're causing issues. We don't know. You could be a mass murderer and you're back in your country. We don't know. If you go to these other countries, bro, they're going to do you way worse, bro.
We all know that the federal government is looking for reasons to deploy more and more people to Minneapolis and blue cities around the country.
No, it's not all just blue cities around the country. It's Minneapolis specifically because it's being ran by tyranny and corruption. Tim Walz. All of this is happening under the nose of Tim Walz. And then he in the background looking like he just smelled the fart. Look at him. He in the background right now smelling his upper lip. His face is cut off so you can't really see, but that's Tim Walz right there. In there looking like he just smelt somebody's entire asshole. Looking stupid. He looked like the dude from Up, just sitting there looking dumb.
We all know that we cannot afford to lose a single Minneapolis resident because they showed up and decided to protect their neighbors, because they showed up and decided to express their constitutional right to free speech.
He's still better than Omar Fateh, though. He's still better than what Omar Fateh would have been, regardless. I will say that. I don't like dude, but he's better than what Omar Fateh would have been.
And so that concern is deep. It is held, by the way, not just by me and our residents and the people who are standing up behind me. The concern about getting somebody killed is also held by our police officers. I am increasing.
Tobin.
Okay. Well, I think y'all get it at this point. Old man from Up, yeah, man. That's what he looked like. Just so y'all know, he also dropped out of his potential race as well, because all of the stuff that's happening with these Somali schools or daycares, and all of the corruption and the scamming, all of that is right up under his nose. So yeah, he was Kamala's running mate. Yeah, I said a cuss word. I guess a-hole is a cuss word technically, so my bad, y'all. But hey, I've been doing good. I stopped cussing. But still, hey, let me get that one. Let me have that one though. Let me have that one, Charles, because I'm sick of it, man. I needed to get that one out, Charles. Oh, you sent me a cash app? Let me see if I got it. I got it. Yes, I did get it. I just checked. I didn't even know you had sent me anything. Shout out to Nicole. Thank you for the $25 donation. Showing love from Cleveland, Ohio. You from the city? I didn't know you was from the city, Nicole. Much love to you. I ain't know you was from the city. Thank you for the $25 donation. Shout out to Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody being in here, man. Look, hey, I'm going to just say this to all my Black Americans, all my foundational Black Americans. Look, just stay yourselves out of these situations, man. Don't be going in these streets trying to help these people, even if you ain't even trying to help them, just stay out of the mix, man. Because I know we got some FBAs that's out there in Minneapolis, man. Please stay out of this. This is not y'all's fight. You shouldn't care about. Now, look, you don't have to have hatred in your heart, because I don't have hatred in my heart. I don't hate nobody, man. I say this a lot. Although I am pretty critical about certain communities and groups. And I'm critical about even my own. I call out Black Americans, and people be unsubscribing from me because I call out foundational Black Americans and the stuff that we do that I don't like, right? But one thing I will say is, one thing you can't say is I don't be lying. People just don't like my opinions, but I don't be lying. I keep it across the board, right? I call out my own community for some RBS, but it's with love and respect and grace, and it's with solutions when it comes to my own. But when it comes to these other people, please, for my foundational Black Americans, man, stay out of the way, bro. And ladies, stay out of the way. This is not your fight, and you shouldn't be getting involved in nobody else's fight that don't want to get involved in your fight. It's that simple. We got our own issues to worry about. We got to clean up these schools that our kids is going to. We got to clean up these neighborhoods. We got to stop the gang violence and all the other stuff that's going on. We got to stop the baby mama, baby daddy culture we got in our community. We got to have some more class. We got to raise these children. We got to figure out, you know, we need to start making moves with our own community, right? We need to start having the money funnel through longer and supporting Black-owned businesses and all of the other stuff. We need to stop trying to fight for everybody else and trying to help the Latinos and the LGBTQ and immigrants and white liberal women and all of that. Like, stop. This is not your fight. We got our, thank you, GOAT. We got our own, or I'm sorry, not GOAT, Post. Exactly, Post. We got our own business that we got to take care of, and we're not there yet. So let's focus on ourselves before we start focusing on all these other people. Like I said, you ain't got to have hatred in your heart. I ain't got no hatred in my heart. Although I'm critical of other groups, I don't hate nobody, bro. Only thing I don't like is tethers. I will say that. I don't like tethers, and I don't like anti-Black that's it. Just tethers. It's tethers. And tethers is not just for the people that don't know. Tethers are not just Africans and Caribbeans. You could be a white person and be a tether. You could be an Asian person and be a tether. You could be a Latino and be a tether. Tether is not specific to Africans. So please, please, please don't get it twisted. My tether, when I use a tether, I use a multicultural tether. My tether is multicultural. You could be white and be a tether. My issues was with tethers. So, but like that, I don't have hatred in my heart. You shouldn't either. But you need to not be caring about these other groups, bro. These people don't do nothing for you. So I don't give a damn. They getting done dirty by ICE and people getting shot. I mean, yeah, obviously, like, you know, if you have a heart, it's like, damn, you don't want nobody to die. I don't want nobody to die. I will say that. But I'm indifferent. I don't care because it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Nobody wants to support us, but we, the first ones they call. Exactly. Tethers come in rainbow colors. Facts. Let them handle their business. Yeah, we've been handling our business for way too long, Chris. And we're gonna keep doing that. We ain't got time to be handling everybody else's business. We got enough to fix in-house. You can't try to fix everybody else's house, and your house messed up. Your pipes is leaking, right? The plumbing is messed up. The air don't work. The heat don't work. The front door don't lock all the way. The windows is bringing air in and all this other stuff. But then you trying to go to other people's house and fix that. Man, fix your own house first. And so that's what I'm focused on. I don't care about nobody else, respectfully. And if you take it disrespectfully, then that's on you. I don't care. Cry about it. It's that simple.